Hello students, welcome back to my channel. So in the last video we had started with some basic concepts of chemistry from class 11th. So today we are going to study mole concept. Now when I say dozen, that dozen means 12 numbers. So just as we denote 1 dozen by 12 amount, that is quantity, 1 dozen means 12 number. A score, one score means 20 numbers or 20 quantities. Similarly, 1 gross means 144 quantities, right? So these are quantities which are used in day-to-day lives. But if you have to measure or count any microscopic quantity, for example, if you have to count atoms or particles or molecules, electron, proton, all these, if you have to count, you cannot use dozen or score or gross, right? So similarly, we use this idea of mole. We use the concept of mole to count the entities in the microscopic level. So mole is basically, it is the unit to measure the quantity of a substance, and that substance should be of the microscopic level. Obviously, have you heard about mole being used to calculate bananas or apples or oranges? No. So mole is basically used to measure the quantity of the substance in the microscopic scale. For example, if you have to calculate the amount of atoms present in a specific sample, then we use the quantity mole. Now there was a scientist, Avogadro. He stated that 1 mole of any gas at standard temperature pressure will occupy 22.4 liters of volume, will contain 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, this is very important, molecules, and weigh its molecular weight. कुछ समझ में आया? Nothing. So what he said basically is that for 1 mole of any gas, 1 mole of any gas at STP will contain 22.4 liters. You have to remember this. 1 mole at STP will contain 22.4 liters, and 1 mole will be equal to the gram atomic weight of that particular substance or gas. And 1 mole will also contain 6.022. This is called as 6.022 to 10 to 23 is called as Avogadro number. These many particles would be present. Let us take one example which will make things much clearer to you. You understand oxygen? We all have heard about oxygen gas. So understand this thing. When I talk about 1 mole of oxygen gas means O2 gas. 1 mole of O2 gas will contain at STP occupies 22.4 liters of volume and will contain 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of O2, and it will weigh how many grams? 32, because we are talking about O2, 32 grams. Now look here again. Just like dozen means 12, 1 dozen means 12. Similarly, 1 mole, it needs to have a number, it needs to have a quantity. 1 mole is equal to Avogadro number. It is represented as Na or N0 sometimes, and the value of Na is this. This is a huge value, 6.022 into 10 is 23. 10 is 23 means after 1 there are 23 zeros. It is a huge quantity. See, I can never take 1 atom or 2 atom. So I have to take, if I'm talking about minimum, I have to take 1 mole. So 1 mole will contain these many molecules of O2. See, if you're talking about O2, oxygen sample, that means I'm talking about O2. O2 is a molecule. If I'm talking about any atom, so for example, if we're talking about helium atom, right? What is the gram atomic mass of helium? It is 4. So 4 grams of helium will contain 1 mole, will occupy 22.4 liters at STP, and it will contain 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 helium atoms. See, atoms I'm writing. Here I have written molecules. Just like dozen means 12 number. Similarly, mole is this number, and that dozen. If you're talking about apples, it becomes 12 apples. If you're talking about pencils, it becomes 12 pencils. That doesn't matter. Dozen means 12. Similarly, mole means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. If you're talking about molecules, it will become itna molecule. If you're talking about atoms, these many atoms. If you're talking about ions, these many ions. Is it clear? Is it clear? So, gram atomic mass or gram atomic weight of any substance will be equivalent to 1 mole of that particular substance, and it will contain 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. That is Avogadro number of molecules or particles. Molecules or atoms, whatever is in consideration. Next question is, how can we find this number of mole? So there are 3 ways particularly to find number of moles depending on the given piece of information. Now, first is with respect to weight. If weight is given, mass is given, then how do you calculate number of moles? Now, number of moles, if the weight is given, number of moles can be calculated as given weight upon divided by atomic weight or molecular weight. If you're talking about a molecule, so given weight of the molecule divided by atomic or molecular weight of the atom or molecule respectively. If volume is given, then moles is represented as n, small n. So if volume is given, so then given volume, if it is in liters, divided by 22.4 liter, or if it is in given in cc or ml, then given volume in cc or ml divided by 22400 cc or ml. And if with respect to number of particles, if number of particles are given, then what you will do, number of moles will be equal to number of particles divided by Avogadro number of particles, that is Na. Yes or no? Let us do some questions which will clarify the mole concept further. It is very easy. You just have to, use a little bit brain. You don't need to mug up any formula. Don't mug up any formula. Just remember one thing. Gram atomic weight is equal to 1 mole. Gram atomic weight I'm talking. If you're talking about an atom, you will take the atomic weight of the atom. If you're talking about a molecule, you can calculate the molecular weight. So gram atomic weight is equal to 1 mole, and which is also equal to Avogadro number of particles. Let us see some questions. Now, the first question. Find the number of atoms and molecules present in 0.064 grams of oxygen sample. Clear? So, find the number of atoms. You have to calculate the number of atoms also. You have to calculate the number of molecules also. Why molecule? Because oxygen sample, when they write oxygen sample, that does not mean single atom of oxygen. It means O2. Oxygen is always present as O2. Yes or no? So you have to consider it as O2. So firstly we will calculate number of moles. Now weight is given. Nothing else is given. So I can calculate number of moles as given weight divided by molecular weight. Why molecular weight? Because O2 is a molecule. What is the given weight? 0.064 divided by molecular weight of oxygen is O2 is 32. O2. Molecular weight, atomic weight of oxygen is 16, but it is O2. 16 to 2 32. So when you will solve this will come out to be 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 or 0.00 2. Yes or no? So I can write it as 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. 1, 2, 3, 10 raised to minus 3. Now, you have to calculate what? Find the number of atoms and find the number of molecules. Now, since O2 is a molecule, we are considering O2 in the molecular form. So first we will calculate number of molecules. So I also know that N is equal to given number N upon Na. You have to calculate molecules, right? You have to calculate N over here. Why N? Because you have to calculate the number of molecules, so just simply cross multiply. This will give you N is equal to 0.002 into Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. See how this is happening. Just now we have studied that N is also equal to given number of particles. Given number of particles divided by Avogadro number. Now you have to calculate the given number of particles over here, because find the number of atoms and molecules. You already have calculated N, so you can cross multiply and find given number of particles. So if you will calculate this, this will come out to be around 12 into 10 raised to 20 molecules. Why molecules? Because you are considering O2. And I know that one molecule of O2 contains how many atoms of oxygen? 2 atoms. 2 atoms of oxygen, right? So if one molecule of O2 contains 2 atoms of oxygen, then therefore these many will contain? Therefore, this will become 12 into 10 raised to 20 into 2. Unitary method, 24 into 10 raised to 20. Or you can say 2.4 into 10 raised to 21. Yes or no? We can solve this question. This I have shown you how to solve it by using the formula. See, these formulas are nothing but derived from the unitary method. Just remember one thing. Gram atomic weight equals to 1 mole equals to Avogadro number. Now, I'll solve this by using simple unitary method. You don't need to remember anything. Just look here. 1 mole will contain gram atomic weight. That means 1 mole of O2 will contain 32 grams. Yes or no? In other words, 32 grams O2 contains 1 mole. Therefore, 0. In the question, 0.064 grams O2 will contain how many? 32 grams 1 mole. So 1 gram 1 by 32 into 0.064, unitary method, isn't it? So don't you think this is what we are doing? Directly we are doing it over here. 6.022 into 0.064 divided by 32. This is unitary method. This you have done directly. So you can approach the question any which ways you like. This is done. So this you got the number of moles. Yes or no? Now 1 mole contains Avogadro number. 1 mole contains Avogadro number. So these many moles will contain how many? 0.064 upon 32 moles will contain how many? Again, cross multiply 1 mole Avogadro number. So these many Avogadro number into 0.064 upon 32. This is what we are doing, cross multiplying. This is what? N. Yes or no? So this same thing is happening. Here we are using formula. Here we are using unitary method. 1 mole will contain Avogadro number. So these many moles, you will calculate this. These many moles will contain Avogadro number into this. Similarly, Avogadro number into N. Yes or no? The second question, find the number of atoms and molecules present in 0.00224 cc of N2. Similar question, but here weight was given, here volume is given. Again, I know when volume is given, so number of moles is equal to given volume divided by given volume, it is in cc, so therefore 22400 cc. If it were in liters, I would have divided by 22.4. Yes or no? So 0.00224 divided by 22400. So this will come out to be 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 moles. You can divide and you can easily calculate this. So you've calculated moles, but you have to calculate number of atoms and molecules. So therefore, I know that N is equal to N upon Na. So you have to calculate, N stands for number of particles. So N is equal to N into Na. That is number of moles 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 into Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Yes or no? We can easily calculate. This will be 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 minus 16. 10 raised to 16. Yes or no? This is molecules. Why molecules? Because you are talking about N2. Moles, yeah, here it is moles of N2. We are taking N2. We are talking about N2. You have to calculate atoms also. So one molecule of N2 contains how many atoms of nitrogen? 2 atoms. Therefore, these many molecules will contain 6.022 into 10 raised to 16 into 2. Yes or no? 12.044 into 10 raised to 16. Like that. Yes or no? Similar question. Similar questions, but when weight is given and volume is given. When weight is given weight, first calculate number of moles. See, you can, your homework is to calculate. Here we are going about the formula based, right? Your homework is to do it directly by using unitary method. Given weight upon molecular weight, first find the number of moles. Given weight upon molecular weight or given volume upon, in cc if it is 22400. You have calculated N. You have calculated N. Now I also have the relation between N and number of particles. Number of moles and number of particles. That is, number of moles is equal to given number of particles divided by Avogadro number. Given number of particles, you have to calculate how many particles, how many molecules or atoms are there. So you have to calculate this capital N. Cross multiply. Similarly, cross multiply, you can easily calculate. Now this question is for your homework. Find the weight and volume of O2 gas in liters at STP containing 1.5 into 10 to 16 molecules of oxygen. Now the question is the other way around. This is a flip question. Weight, number of molecules are given, right? Here we were calculating the number of molecules, but now in this question I have given number of molecules. You have to find weight and volume. Flip question. When molecules are given, you can easily do it. This is very simple. If you have got the basics, then you can easily do this. So this will solve next time, but this is for your homework. Think about it. It's very easy. You can either go directly by using unitary method or you can solve it using formula also, right? So that is it for today. Thank you for watching.